Soul did the modern Hollywood round of TV bit parts, always playing, as he says, Mr. Shiny Teeth, Mr. Blue Eyes. But when the big movie break came along, opposite Clint Eastwood, he was cast right out of the pretty boy role.
Do you have any idea how hard it is to prosecute a cop?
You heroes have killed a dozen people this week. What are you going to do next week?
Kill a dozen more?
Is that what you guys are all about? Being heroes?
All our heroes are dead.
We're the first generation that's learned to fight. We're simply ridding society of killers that would be caught and sentenced anyway if our courts worked properly. We began with the criminals that the people know, so that our actions would be understood. It's not just a question of whether or not to use violence. There simply is no other way, Inspector. You, of all people, should understand that.
Either you're for us or you're against us.
I'm afraid you've misjudged me.
Magnum Force was seen by the moguls of ABC television. They were casting a new show about two young LA detectives and decided that the macho cop in the dark glasses was just what they wanted for Hutch. But before that fateful offer was made, Soul played a very different part opposite Ron Moody in a little-known film called Dog Pound Shuffle. He found a lot to identify with in the ingenuous character.
You know, when I first came out here 12 years ago, I think I was a very vulnerable, open person. And I found that that probably was the key to my getting into this business in the first place, because I think that people in film look for that kind of open vulnerability. Then what happens when you get in this business is that you have a tendency to get jaded a little bit and cynical. And you lose the very, there is the fear of losing the very thing that allowed you to get in the first place. And that character was so much like me that, you know, I would like to be very open and say, really? Tell me about it. But I can't do that anymore.
Aloha. What'll it be?
A beer.
You?
How much for a daiquiri?
75 cents.
Didn't you order a beer? That way you're gonna buy a tray. I don't like beer. You don't like beer? No. Taste? It's a woman's drink.
Who says?
Look, if you don't know, I can't tell you.
How is it?
How is it? It's beer. Beer is beer.
Make you pee?
What?
Does me. Pee like a horse. That's why I don't drink it.
Hey, who's car? Mine? Why yours?
But character roles on the big screen were not going to make David Soul a star. By 1974, the vast television audiences had settled on a new hero to replace the outdated cowboy. The urban American cop show became an actor's sure way to the top. And the Starsky and Hutch pilot had all the winning ingredients, plus a bonus. The casting of Soul and Paul Michael Glaser was unexpected magic.
How'd it go with Cindy last night?
Acceptable. Acceptable. You still seeing what's her name?
You sure? Still seeing what's her name? Took her to the whatchamacallit. I gave her my thingamajig.
I didn't know it was that serious.
It's not.
The first 2 years, we were going to change the world. And there were an awful lot of production problems as a result. There were some altercations, you know, between us and production. And we got kind of immediate bad reputations around town for being very difficult to work with. Because the one thing they couldn't do, production, writers and so forth, was to write the relationship. And a lot of the intimate scenes between Paul and myself are done by Paul and me.
Well, that's 12 hours gone.
Yeah. Pessimist says the bottle's half empty. The optimist says it's half full. Oh, it hurts, Hutch. Oh, God, it hurts. I know. Hey, buddy, I'm here. I'm here.
A sexual undercurrent. I don't like black-haired, curly Jews. I like blondes. Of course not. Ridiculous question. If you can think that way, if you want to think that it's a homosexual relationship, think that's what it was. That's what it is, you know. It's not. I guess, first of all, one has to, you know, decide what sexual means. And then you go from there, you know. If you're thinking of it in a physical sense, absolutely not. If one is thinking of relationship in a sexual sense as it relates to a kind of unselfish giving or receiving from another human being, that is there.
Dick, you can take that off for a few minutes if you want. We're getting a new setup here, so it won't be long.
Story goes from one place to another.
You need me for this new setup?
Yeah, you're going to be in it. He's going to start.
What would he be doing?
They are going to start a dance.
And roll it. 6-7, take 2.
Action. Once more, please. And you're still rolling. Action.
Soul and Glazer now each earn $1 million a year from Starsky and Hutch. But people in Hollywood are quick to say that playing a lead in a weekly TV show is the hardest work an actor will ever do. That he earns every cent he gets, and that after the 3rd year, it really is blood time.
Well, hell of a musician, huh?
Every action is shot over and over again, and it goes on week in, week out, 10 months of the year.
Johnny Stovall just came from smash hit in Nashville.
C.W. Jackson, how does country figure this out of Bell County?
Action. Well, that boy's one hell of a musician out there, huh?
And that's a cut. Okay.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Starsky.
After 4 years, both actors are anxious to be free to do other things. But Paul Glazer is much less tolerant of his contractual obligation to the cartoon, as he calls it, and has vowed to do no more interviews arising from his connection with the show.
When you are in love.
That's why he refused, not rudely, but as a matter of principle, to talk to the BBC.
No, wrong place, darling.
Don't say
Right there, stop right there. Okay, go. Just 1 second, high and go. They are very involved in what they're doing. They care about what they're doing. However, their delivery is 2 different way. I mean, their help is 2 different way. Paul is involved in a creative part of it from a standpoint of detail. David is make it easier, create an atmosphere that everybody can function their best.
We need more support from the crowd, otherwise the whole thing will fall flat. I mean, there's a sense of life in this place that's non-existent.
Even the laugh on it?
No, I don't mean laughing. I mean just, it's...
Noise and stuff?
Yeah. It's like having to talk over it. Another stupid amateur getting up here, right?
Right. After 4 years, it's getting a little, for them, a little tiring, you know. They want to do something else because they've done most of the it's almost they're repeating themselves, you know.
He's got a message for you. He's got a message for you. What is it? Tell him, but he wants to meet with you. Why? I don't know why.